Hi guys, Legacy of Thracks The Awakening is a fantasy game with unique semi-coop elements, and now I will show you this board game more carefully. That is huge main game board with, as you can see, a lot different locations like mines, temples, tunnels, castles or capitals. The entire world and adventures are described in detail in an extensive scenario book. Here you will read the plot description and delve into the atmosphere of this board game. As you can see, there is really a lot of text to read. But first, match the color of the crystals of the mines and place them on the board. You will need the crystals to complete the missions, quests. You have to collect them, complete the required set in your capital city. In locations with this symbol, place relic markers. When a hero enters such location, he will be able to take them and collect them in his capital. They will help him cross magic barriers. These three miniatures represent lost souls. Heroes will be able to take control of them and send them to mines for crystals, for example. Speaking of magical barriers, you choose one of the boards for each game. Each one has a different layout and a different difficulty level. Then you choose the type of gameplay. Do you want to play fast, rush, or maybe in normal mode? And then you put the appropriate. You will mark the passage of time in the game by moving the hourglass marker in the time track. You will finish the game respectively on the space for the rush game, further in normal mode, or longest epic mode. You have to add a shadow extension module to the main board when you choose to play in shadow mode. In this mode, you will need two sides cures tokens. Place the shadow mode marker on the shadow power track. Heroes will be able to make sacrifices to lowest his position on the track. The part of the skulls are the sources of darkness, and below them are the altars for sacrifice, each with their own requirements. Now take a peek at the hero board along with the skill tree. On the left you see the hero line with his abilities, on the right the clan. Each character has, as you can see, different abilities, for example teleportation, bloodlust or invisible cloak for the shadow hero. There are so many different opportunities to perform actions in locations on this board that each player has their own location action board. This is some kind of help card that player keep in their area zone. Additionally, each player has their own set of flags to mark capture locations, roads and player markers in the color of their choose. Of course, the characters are represented by miniature. But that's not all. The player has its own resource board where he marks the levels, respectively silver, gold, mana, hero's hit point and glory. During the game, it's on this board the player will mark the current states of each resource. At the start of the game, however, each player places a miniature of the hero in the capital on the main game board. So engineer clan leader Jimdro makes his way to his green capital in the bottom right corner on the map. And here is his deck of action cards. It's 61 cards in total, including 21 cards each. Warrior card, Mage clan cards, and in this case Engineer clan cards. The same situation applies to Adriella, the Mag clan leader. His miniature starts the game in a purple capital of this hero. On the other hand, a Warrior clan leader, Hector, should be placed in the red capital on top of the board. Mordred is the hero of Shadow, the character who will hinder the other heroes from reaching the legendary city of Dimara. Take a look at his deck of action cards, or darkness cards. During the game, moving around the map, the heroes or the lost souls they control will collect resources, crystals and relics. By building roads, you won't have to pay a movement cost, and by getting control to strategic locations such as fortresses or castles, you will gain more resources in the production phase. With 5 relics accumulated in your capital, you can discard them to pass the magic barrier and get closer to your goal, the legendary city of Dimara. But don't forget that every character wants to win. When it comes to meeting of clan leaders, the battle begins. Each hero has his deck of battle cards with clan modifiers, battle powers and an indicated blessing cost. And the heal points level of the hero determines how many battle cards he can play. And this is the event deck of cards you will use when playing this board game in solo mode. Listen guys, there's still an active Kickstarter campaign of this unusual board game that combines elements from Euro games, collecting resources, collecting sets of complete missions and pass more magical barriers, with the combat typical of Ameritrash games, hero development and clan abilities, touring the map and gaining control of locations, etc. The many game modes that can be played in Legacy of Thracks: The Awakening give a lot of different options to players. Thank you very much for your attention and see you in next video. Bye!